Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Family Steam. It's
Part 2!
Part 2, that's right. You did see elephant toothpaste that we talked about elephants and our awesome exhibit, Miss Nikki, that we had in the
Wasn't
library.
that great, Miss Jen?
Oh my gosh, we got so many compliments. It was so amazing.
Elephant and the Beauty Queen?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
But sadly, Elephant had to leave. So as you can see, we don't have our other friend, Small Elephant, here today. But we thought we'd try a couple other additional things with elephant toothpaste.
That's right, because Miss Jen, you know scientists, they're not set on just one thing. They have to try lots of different things, sometimes called trials or experiments.
Yes.
So sometimes they'll try using different variables, like
Changing a few
ingredients.
different things, that's right.
Yes.
To see what happens. Maybe it's a better reaction, a different reaction.
Exactly.
We don't know.
So in part 2, maybe we'll explore some different things.
That's
but
right.
what's always good is to have a control or something that you've done before.
Yes,
That's what we call a control. Something that you've done the first time or that's the same.
that's right.
So I think what we should start with is our first round of elephant toothpaste that we did the first time.
That's true.
Yeah. Do you remember what we used, Miss Jen? I can't remember exactly. You were an expert.
Okay, so there was several ingredients, but most of these you probably have around the house. Dish soap, hydrogen peroxide, food coloring, some warm water, and 1 packet of yeast. So it's not a lot of ingredients, but we're going to see what happens and try it again like the other day.
So this is our control, right, Miss Jen? Because we've done this before.
Yes.
So it should probably be the exact same as the last time. If
That's
we
right.
do it the right way.
That's right. So let's see what we do. So we're going to put in the peroxide.
And how much peroxide are you putting in, Miss Jen?
A half cup. So
Half a cup. Okay.
we're going to get this pretty full. About a quarter of this bottle would be a quarter cup.
Great. And what a great way to recycle an old bottle that you're not using.
That's right. I love that we can do that. And summertime is a great time for this because if it gets a little messy, we could just be outside like we are.
Exactly. And maybe we'll see an elephant or two walking by.
Oh my God.
Although I haven't seen any elephants in Elgin. I don't know about you.
Write something in the comments if you witnessed that.
If you
Okay.
see any elephants.
Now I'm going to just put some dish soap. It's not really an exact amount. Maybe up to a quarter cup, but we just kind of put some dish soap in.
Oh, it's kind of turning blue in a little bit. Oh, yeast.
A little bit.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm also going to give this a second. I'm going to take my yeast, put it in our warm water, because it takes a couple minutes to activate. Thank you, Miss Nikki.
You're welcome.
So I put the yeast in.
Okay.
Stir this up. We're also wearing safety goggles because we are working with some different chemicals, and rubber gloves just to be safe, because safety is super important.
And you just wanted to look cool.
Well, that's true too. We needed to look like official scientists.
That's
So.
right, because these are things you're going to find in a lab. And
That's right.
the world is our science lab here at Gil Gordon.
That's true. Miss Nikki and I are always trying to come up with things that we can utilize that you might have around the house to create and try new things.
All right, how's that mixture?
I think
looking,
it's
Miss Jen?
looking kind of milky, so it's dissolving. The
Okay.
yeast is dissolving in that warm water.
Yeah, I see a little bit of a color change. It now looks a little kind of grayish
Kind
brown.
of grayish brown, yep. And you
Okay.
can't see through it anymore because the liquid is clear. So that
it's
looks
not
pretty good.
transparent.
Nope.
Okay, so we've got 2 liquid mixtures for our control.
This is just for fun. You do not have to do the food coloring. We already got a little blue in the dish soap, but you can put some green in just to make it We don't have elephants, but we do have airplanes, so we've got that right.
We do.
Okay.
Both go high in the air.
That's true. All right, we're going to use a funnel just to help it along. And I'm going to pour some in. Are we ready, everybody?
1, 2, 3.
Oh boy, here it comes, Miss Nikki.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, Miss Jen!
Ooh.
Oh!
Whoa, this is a big reaction.
Whoa! I think it's even bigger than last time.
I think so. I didn't even use all the warm water, Miss Nikki, but most of it.
Oh my goodness, we have got a green, minty galore here, friends.
We really do.
So what's interesting is our containers, we only filled our container up to here,
That's
and
right.
Miss Jen didn't use all the liquid, and yet
And it's still going.
it's still going and going and going.
And this is really filling up.
So it looks like our liquid expanded.
Wow.
Goodness, friends. Do you think there's enough here to brush an entire elephant's mouth?
I'm thinking there could be in this.
I'm thinking so too, Miss Jen.
That's a lot. Wow. All right.
Okay.
So there's kind of a repeat with a little bit stronger reaction.
Yes.
That could be a couple different things. Maybe
And
more
it's
water this
still
time.
going, so we can keep observing it
Yes.
as we go along, and
Yes.
we see that it's still going.
I know it's gently. It's probably hard for you guys to see, but you can see it kind of running down the bottles.
Yes, and as scientists, we know that we can use our senses to make observations.
Exactly.
So we can use our eyes to see what's happening. We can use our fingers to touch. It feels a little warm and foamy.
That's true.
We can
Smell.
get a little closer to smell.
You have to be careful with that, but
Yes.
we know the chemicals we use, so and I can smell the Dawn dish soap. Very
Yes.
distinctive. Yep.
Yes, and friends, always make sure you do it with a grown-up
Absolutely.
and with permission.
That's
so
right.
I asked Miss Jennifer. She said it was okay.
We really don't want this happening in Mom and Dad's kitchen or Grandma's kitchen without asking.
Or we'll get some angry phone calls.
That's true.
Okay.
All right.
So we did our control.
Yep.
Pretty much the same reaction happened.
Yes.
But Miss Jen, I don't know about you, but I've never heard of yeast in toothpaste.
Me neither.
No. Yeah. You know what is in toothpaste? Baking soda.
That's true. I've seen that on the shelves. You can absolutely get toothpaste with baking soda.
That is absolutely right. In fact, it's one of the key ingredients.
Yes.
So, we have to, if we're going to make a toothpaste that's really going to brush those teeth of an elephant, I think we need to use baking soda.
I think we should try it. Let's try it, friends, and see what happens.
So now we're changing our variables and we're
Yes.
using different ingredients. So
That's
we're
right.
going to measure the difference
Yep.
between our control and our new elephant toothpaste with baking soda.
Yep.
And you know what else? You don't necessarily put it in toothpaste, but sometimes they have you rinse with it. They rinse your mouth out with it. Is vinegar.
Yes.
Sometimes dentists or doctors will say use vinegar in your mouth and swish it around, kind of like you might use soap
Or
or
some kind of
mouthwash.
mouthwash. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
And again, friends, don't necessarily do this at home without talking to your grown-up
That's right.
and your doctor and dentist.
Safety first, always.
Absolutely. Okay, round 2. But you know what? It is go big or go home time. And somewhere around here,
Let me grab. We need our
Thank
bottle,
you.
right? Let me
our
grab
big bottle, and I have a feeling
There we
there
go.
it is. Thank you, Miss Jen.
You're welcome.
So now we're even going to use a bigger container.
Yes.
So this is another element to our experiment. So not only are we changing some of the ingredients, so instead of yeast, we're using baking soda,
That's right.
and instead of water, we're using and hydrogen peroxide, we're going to use vinegar.
Vinegar. Yep.
So the hydrogen peroxide can go away, and the yeast and the water can go away.
And we're not using dish soap, or we are.
We are,
We are okay.
but we are using dish soap, and we're using baking soda,
and vinegar.
vinegar, and a little bit of
Oh, do it food color.
food color. Okay. All right, friends. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's make some predictions, Miss Jen.
Okay.
What do you think is going to happen? Is it going to be the same, or is it going to be different?
Ooh, okay, I do think it'll foam, but I feel like I'm cheating because I have seen similar types of things, like a volcano experiment and stuff. I think there will be some reaction. I'm thinking it could be more, but I don't know for sure. Whether that's the bottle, I guess it will depend a little bit how much we use too.
Okay.
How about you, Miss Nikki? What do you think?
You know, it's a big mystery, but you're right. I think, we're adding some soap, we're adding a reactant
Yeah.
to vinegar. So, and we talked about how when reactants can stimulate something, it actually can cause it to create air bubbles, and the hydrogen gas escapes, and that's what causes the foam. So we're using some of the same things, but we're not using hydrogen peroxide,
No.
which is where the hydrogen comes in. So you know what? I don't think we're going to get any foam this time.
And the other interesting thing, Miss Nikki, is the volume of the bottle.
Yes.
So they both have a similar size neck, but
And
look at how much
shape.
bigger. So
Yes.
will that extra space make it less likely to foam over or more? We'll see.
All right, friends, what do you think? Put in chat, let us know. Give us a tag, tell us what you think.
More
What do you
foam,
think is going to
less foam.
happen? All right, so
Here we go.
trial 2.
Okay.
We're going to use our vinegar. This is just vinegar that you can find maybe in your
grocery store.
cabinet,
Yep.
grocery store. And again, some people do use this as a mouthwash.
Cleaning, I mean, 'cause it's
Yes.
natural. Yep.
And you can pour this into about a half or a quarter cup.
Miss Nikki has a very steady hand. Check it out.
Yeah, I should be using a funnel, shouldn't I?
No, but it works.
I haven't spilled any yet. We're going to get very vinegary. And I can already smell, without even leaning in, I can smell that vinegar smells very different than hydrogen peroxide.
It does.
It
Very
is-
distinctive.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's stronger.
Yes.
So I wonder what that might be. Okay,
That's true.
put the cover back on so I don't knock it over.
Good point.
Okay,
Or your food dye
so
and your soap.
yeah, so I'm gonna put the soap in, and we're gonna put the same amount of soap. So this is another controlled ingredient. We're putting the same amount of soap, which is about a quarter cup.
Exactly. That we had in the original formula. Now we're trying the second one.
So the only things we're changing is instead of yeast, we're using baking soda, and instead of water and hydrogen peroxide, we're using vinegar.
That's right.
All right.
I'm so excited to see. We'll see what happens.
Which one of us do you think is going to be right? Is it Miss
Ooh.
Jen, who thinks it's going to foam and maybe larger? Or is it Miss Nikki, who thinks no hydrogen gas, no foam?
We'll find out.
Okay.
You want this next one?
If you would like to do the honors,
Ooh,
Miss Jen.
I will.
You're
I will
so
keep
good. You're
coloring.
wearing green, so I feel that
That's
you
true.
should be able to add the green. Now, I wonder if we added green and if we added another color, that we could make a brand new color.
Oh, I would think so. With some color mixing. That's
Yeah.
true. Which is a different reaction.
Yes. All right, we're just going to go ahead and kind of swoosh it around so that that food coloring
It all
gets all
mixes.
the way in there. Okay, so right now we've got vinegar, we've got our dish soap,
That's right.
and we've got our food coloring.
Okay.
Okay? Now I am going to need the funnel.
That's true.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
All right, boys and girls, what do you think? All right, kiddos and friends, and everybody out there. Miss Jen, you know what? Could you get me a scooper so that I could scoop out all of this baking soda
I
for you?
can for sure. Let me grab
See,
that.
it's always great to have a helper or an assistant.
That's
friend
right.
with
We can
you.
work together.
Maybe it's a brother or a sister or a friend over or even your grown-up.
Because Nikki and I work together all the time.
We
So
do. We have lots of fun. All right, here
we're
we
gonna
go.
hold our funnel.
All right, it's going in. Let's do it this way. So, yeah.
So you can go to plan B, even if we spill some other stuff.
Yep, that's why we have a container underneath us so that we don't drop it anywhere. We need one more big scoop.
Okay.
So I'm doing about.
It's foaming, but it's not really coming
It's
up
not
very fast. or
rising.
very high.
That's
No.
right. All right. So now we put in about 4 scoops,
So it's our cup.
about a cup.
Okay.
Okay. Huh.
So foam and foam.
So it's rising slowly,
Very
but
slow.
very little.
Yes.
I wonder, does that mean I was right? Do I get to do a little dance, Miss Jen?
It would not be the first time that Miss Nikki is right.
So those hydrogen bubbles maybe aren't pushing it up.
That's true.
But you know what? It is rising.
I feel like we have two very distinctive layers here.
You're absolutely right. Which is sort of similar
That's true.
to our other one. You want to hold that one up, Miss Jen?
Yes.
So we can kind of see the difference.
I will say though, Miss Nikki, I dissolved my yeast ahead of time.
Mhm.
So I poured a liquid in. You were pouring a powder in. So I wonder how mixed in
And
it
you
is.
stir. So
Yes.
maybe if I stir and
Ooh.
shake.
Let's see. Oh boy. Like that.
Well, it turns out, boys and girls, and friends and kiddos and everybody out there, moms and dads, that the magic ingredient
Was
is
mixing?
Is mixing.
Once we did that.
Once we did that, you could see
Oh my. There
We
we
had-
go.
a very big explosion. Fortunately, Miss Jen and I did bring other clothes.
We did do a wardrobe change prior to filming.
So, if you're going to do this at home, maybe think about wearing some protective clothes and definitely do it outside. And most importantly, make sure to do it with a grown-up.
That's right.
All right, friends, did you think that was going to happen?
You see how literally we don't even know what's going to happen?
I didn't. Now, I'll come close so you guys can see. I think more of it
Whoa.
sprayed on me.
Wow.
But luckily, I have my safety gear on.
Yes.
So, I definitely think that one would cover a whole fleet of elephants, huh, Miss Jen?
I think absolutely.
All right, friends. Well, we want to see what you guys do. So, definitely take some pictures. Hit us up.
Yeah, let
Yes.
us know.
Hit us up on Facebook. Let us know if you get the same results. We'd love to hear
We'd
about
love to
it.
hear from you guys.
All right, friends. We will see you again on the next Family Feed.
Bye. Thank
Bye-bye.